Welcome to our third lesson of DaVinci Resolve. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you'll be able to import your media directly from your folder into DaVinci so that you can start working, editing, and compose them. So without any further ado, let's just hop onto the lesson by opening up DaVinci Resolve on our device. As I've opened up DaVinci Resolve or Studio on my device, now the next thing what I'm going to be doing is going to be importing or starting up a new project. So if I want to start up a new project, you have to go through this home panel first. Now, if you want to import up your files, you can do that. But instead of that, I'm going to do is just make myself a new project so that I can show you how you'll be able to use them directly from the workspace. Now click on new project. Now let's say I'm going to do is name it, import, and then I'm going to do is just create them. Now as I've created it, you can see that I have been dropped off on the cut page or the cut platform. I'm going to go off the media because that is where we are going to start off putting up our resources. Okay. Now I'm also going to be showing you where you can get those resources from and how will you be able to use them. First thing first is that make sure you can see that on the left side of the workspace of DaVinci, you can see OS/C and also the C drive. So I'm going to open up my C drive and you can see this is how it basically looks like when you just click on it. I can also expand and collapse it. But instead I'm going to do is just open up C and then I'm going to open up in a grid form. You can change it over here. You can increase the size if you want to. So from here, I have attached in a resource file, which I've used in my previous lesson. So I'm going to do is just click on that resource folder. And there we go. We have all of the resources which we need to use. And in this lesson, I'm also going to be showing you from where you will be able to get quality, royalty-free content. So if you want those resources, make sure to open up any web browser which you have on your device. Now, as you have any browser, what you're going to do is going to be searching for pixels.com. Okay, hit on enter, and this is basically the site which we are going to be using to get our resources from. Now, from here, what you're going to do is there are a couple of, photos which you'll be able to use. So I'm going to do is just download a couple of them. Well, so I'm going to click on download, and it will start downloading on its own. I'm going to do is download a couple of them. Okay, there we go. And if you want to use videos, just shift from here to videos and type in anything you want. And what you're going to do is just click on search on videos, or you can also go off the videos over here. And there we go. We have a couple of videos which we can use and download at the same time. So I'm going to go down, find out the one which we have to use. So let's say I'm going to do is just download this one. Make sure you're connected with your account and also make sure you're connected with internet, because if you do not have it, you will not get access to this site. Okay, neither a lot of these functionalities which you'll be able to use in DaVinci. So first thing is that this is the media page, right? If you've seen my first lesson or the second lesson, you already know how to put it on your media pool, or so known as the project panel. What you can do is just drag it directly onto the media pool like this. You can change it if you want to. It's basically up to you. So I'm going to do is click on change, and there we go. It has given me a preview of the whole video, right? But this is not the timeline. So what you can do is also take the whole folder and use it the way you want to. So I'm going to go back, and you can take this resource, take this into the the media pool, and all of them will appear over here at the same time. So what you can do is basically drag the resources which you want to use individually, or you can also take the ones which you need to use step by step or the whole folder at the same time. Now you can also go off the downloads or other folders where you have your media. So if you've seen my videos, or if you've seen the course, or if you've used Filmora, you have this option called media folder. So this is kind of like the same thing, but this is just drag and drop. So it's a lot more easier than that. Now you also have the media folder option in this software of DaVinci. Well, I'm going to show you step by step. So there we go. We've used in the folder, dragged the folder into this media pool, and all of them has collapsed, or all of them is now available to use from the media pool. Now, even if I go to cut, all of them will still appear over here. Now, the next thing what I can do is go off the file, and you have this import, and then import project, and import metadata to media pool or selected media pool clips. What you're going to do is click on import, and then you have this media option, which is Control and I. Click on that, and this type of pop-up box will appear on your screen. Now, if I go off the downloads, and I'll be able to use whichever one I need. So I'm going to click on these two photos, or maybe just this video. I'm going to do is just select this video, press on open, and that video has been opened up. Now you know there are two methods of importing media on your workspace. One is going to be going through your drive, finding out your folder, or what you can do is go off the cut or even stay on media. Just click on file, which is a lot more easier. Go to import, media, and as this box opens up, select the folder where you have your files or media, and then select them, press on open, and they will open up or be imported directly into your workspace of media pool. Now let's show you a couple of different methods of how you'll be able to, get your media imported into your workspace. When you right click on it, you can see you'll be able to create a new bin with a selected clip. But I'm not going to suggest you to, create the bin, because if you're a beginner, you might face a couple of hassle and complications. So click on import media and import the files which you need to use. You can also go off the file, go off the import project, and you can upload or import your project directly. Now, the import project is a whole different thing. It's going to contain resources on its own, because that is a whole composition. Not just any specific video, not just any specific photo or any specific audio. The whole composition is termed to be the project. So you can upload it and also import it and work on it at the same time. Then we can also go off the file, click on import metadata. Now, what is metadata? All the information about anything, any media. Let's say about the location, what device it has been using, when was it last updated or modified, when was it imported, when was it exported, the time duration which was worked on it to make the composition. Every info or every detail about anything or any media is called the metadata. So you'll be able to use that whenever you want to. Now you can also import the metadata to the media pool, and you can also get the metadata into selected pool clips. So if you click on media pool, you can see this type of interface opens up. Now select up the folder where you have your file, and then you'll be able to get the metadata extracted directly into your media pool so that you can see all about the information. Now, if you need information about anything, you also have different methods. You can just click on it, and you can see this is the metadata. So the metadata of this video is this. This is the name. This is the format. This is the FPS, the resolution, the time and date it was modified, and the duration of it. So every information is the metadata of any media or any object which you're using. Then the next one, which you can do is just change this viewing panel. You can right click, or you can go off the file and can import different options. If you want to import any bin, you can also do that. You can just go off over here. You can see DaVinci Resolve bins. If you have any bins, you can restore them directly into your workspace so that you can start working with it without losing any quality. Now you can also sync the bin if you want to. You can see when I sync any bin, this is basically how it looks like. And when I take this, it just looks like kind of a camera, right? There are a couple of different monitors to see different type of views or different frames. And I can play all of them together, and all of them will be rendered at the same time. Well, if you don't have a good PC, you will basically see there will be a couple of stutters. So I'm going to suggest you that you have a good quality GPU on your device so that you can use bins and check it in different formats. You can play it like this, and you can see that there are a couple of different formats, couple of different other files too, which will play along at the same time. This is kind of like a whole composition altogether, Now, there's no edit over here, but all of them combining together makes up a composition, and that is basically showing up as a bin. So there are a couple of different views to it too, so you can try using them. Now I'm going to show you from which side you're going to get your audios from. Now, if you want to get your audios from, there is also a couple of different sites which I'm going to be showing you. Type in royalty-free music. Now, the first link of Pixabay will open up on your screen. You can click or go into that site and download the ones which you want to use. Now, another advantage of using this site is that it gives you free preview on the site so that you can hear it, and then you can download the one which you want to use. And there are also a couple of categories which you'll be able to use, and you can also log in so that you get regular updates if there is anything new which you can use according to your work. Now you can also get videos, you can get vectors, illustrations, photos, and even home at the same time. You can see there are a couple of resources which you'll be able to gather. But I'm going to suggest you to use Pexels.com because it also gives you royalty-free, different kind of resolution of video and photo at the same time. So there you go. This is how you'll be able to import up any media on your file. Let me just show you how you'll be able to get your audio. So let's say I'm going to do is just download any one of these audios. So I'm going to do is just go off to pixabay.com, and then I'm going to do is just download any one of these options. Okay, I'm going to download this. Wait a bit until it has been downloaded. And then what you're going to do is just go off to DaVinci Resolve, go off the file, go off to import media, and then you have this option over here. Click on open, and that audio track will be opened up. Okay, so now you know how you'll be able to import any medias on DaVinci. Now, one thing is that as this is the media pool, you'll be able to get access to the media pool from each and every one of these platforms so that you don't lose, the sites of them. You can also open the media pool over here to see which one you're working with. You can go off the color. You can also open up the media pool and select up the file which you want to apply color to. Fairlight also has this media pool option and even deliver at the same time. Now, deliver is going to show your video after you're done editing and after you're done composing your whole project. So as you can see, this is empty because I only have it on my media pool, not on my timeline panel. So this is basically how you'll be able to import them. There are also a couple of different methods. So I'm going to suggest you to follow these options. Well, these are very basic and very essential. And just make sure not to skip any part, because if you do, you might face a couple of hassle later on. So thank you for watching this video up till the very end. And if you still have any question or confusion about any part of the lesson, feel free to ask me. I'm always there to help you. Now, there's going to be an addition to this lesson, which is going to be the import media folder. I'm just going to show you the last thing. Click on media folder, and you'll be able to import the whole thing together. Let's say go off the desktop, DaVinci Resolve, resource, select folder. All of them will appear up at the same time. So without any further ado, let's just move on to our next lesson of DaVinci Resolve.